Hey, what's up? This is Dominic, and this channel's called Bad Decisions. Today, I am going to help you navigate through your midlife crisis gracefully. I just turned 40 back in November of 2024, so I am going through it right now. Maybe it's too early, I don't know. I mean, isn't it like between 40 and 50? But it's quite literally midlife since the average person lives to like around 79 or so. So I'm quite literally in my midlife. And so here are some helpful tips on how to go through it somewhat painlessly. Step one, spend unwisely. What I mean by spend unwisely, meaning spend your time as unwisely as possible. What I mean by spend unwisely, what I mean is spend your time in ways that you normally wouldn't have spent your time in your past. Time is the most valuable thing you have, and everyone will tell you that. And, in a blink of an eye, you turn 40 like me. And basically, things that you didn't want to do because you felt like you had better things to do with your time, you might end up regretting. And what I mean by that is pretty much like I've been trying to just learn different things and kind of if I'm in a certain groove or if I just like watching some YouTube video or if I like reading this book or if I like playing this video game, I'm just going to do it rather than beating myself up on, if I'm using it wisely, my time, or if I could be doing something else, or you always could be doing something else. But tomorrow's not promised. Try to enjoy your present state as much as you can. Just understand that you are a finite person. Your time is finite and you're not going to be able to do everything. So the way that you'll be able to learn about more about yourself and more about the things that you want to do is sometimes to spend that time as unwisely as possible. And it also doesn't hurt if you, like me, buy a bunch of random stuff. If you're going to buy anything during your midlife crisis, like a motorcycle or something, well, I wouldn't advise you to get a motorcycle. But if you were to buy a TV or something, I would say try to buy things that are returnable because that rush is kind of fleeting. I have a bunch of random new stuff. I'll probably do some sort of, not review, but give some opinions on what I bought. I bought this Pocket 3. I'm kind of like a tech person. But in any case, not really a tech person, but just a person that likes to buy techie stuff, but doesn't really know how to use them. This is like my billionth take, by the way, because I don't know how to work this Pocket. That's one of the pains of getting old. But yeah, so that is what I mean by spend unwisely. Really is more so your time. But buying random stuff never really hurt anybody. Step two, becoming something you're not. What I mean by becoming something what you're not is trying to get out of your comfort zone. I've been trying to get out of my comfort zone. This YouTube channel is literally out of my comfort zone. I don't like being on social media. I'm a recluse, somewhat, hella introverted. But getting out of my comfort zone, putting myself out there, this is the new world that we live in. And just a way to interact with new people. Also just, trying on new hats, seeing what fits, seeing what you like, not hats literally, but figuratively, just to find out more about yourself. Put yourself in situations that you can learn more about yourself. I remember back in my 30s, I went on a trip to Iceland on my own with like a traveling group actually, but like that was something I had never done and I didn't realize I was even capable of doing that or traveling. I did go like to Paris myself. So always just try to do things that you didn't think you can do. I started picking up painting, trying to get back into drawing, just trying to do a bunch of different things that don't really come naturally or I don't always feel comfortable with. But there's always some kind of there's like a nugget of value to some of those things when you step out of your comfort zone, when you try to be an extrovert when you're introverted, because whatever your baseline is, you at least know that you can always go back to that baseline, worst case scenario. So it doesn't really hurt to step out of that for a little bit, see what's out there, say, it's kind of sucks, or it's overrated, or I didn't really like it, or it's not for me. You can kind of just go back into your safe space of who you tend to normally be. You can kind of go back to your safe space of your tendencies, but at least you won't be living with as many regrets. I mean, my regrets are my roommates. But step 3, go backward, not forward. Go backward, not forward. What I mean by that is a little regression doesn't hurt anybody. I think it kind of happens where you kind of have a lot of regret, like I mentioned just a second ago. As you get older, wishing things that you used, wishing that you could do things that you used to do, wishing that you did things that you were too scared to do or too hesitant to do. It doesn't hurt to kind of do a self-audit, evaluate the things that you valued when you were younger, the things that you were passionate about when you were younger, and see what you can take with you, into this present moment of where you're at 40 or at 30. It doesn't hurt to kind of test the waters and get back that childlike wonder, that childlike passion, hell, that childlike immaturity. My bones are breaking, my bones are cracking, every time I walk, my knees are crackling. It sounds like someone's crushing up plastic bags. So it's one of those things that it just happens when you get older. But, I'm trying to be a little bit more active. Again, like I mentioned, trying to draw again, and I didn't draw before, but now I'm trying to draw on a tablet, using the iPad Pro, which I bought. Again, look at step 1, spend unwisely. But yeah, so I'm just going to be on this journey. I'm going to try to document it as much as I can. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not the most consistent person. But again, if I follow step 2, being something I'm not, I'll see how this one goes. Leave, some comments, share how you are coming to terms with your ass getting old. It might provide some solace, some comfort for me. If you tell me it's downhill from here, I'll believe you. But, we'll go through this together, if anything, if you follow this page. This page will have random stuff. I will tell you things that I like, what I don't like, that I've bought. I buy them, so you don't have to. I make the bad decisions, so you don't have to. Hence the name of the channel, really. Maybe that's a bit too on the nose. But in any case, yes. So I hope that you guys subscribe and just stay tuned. And I'll also be doing a lot of stuff based on things that I like doing, which is like drawing, trying to get back into drawing. You'll see that. I used to do music production. I wasn't really that good at it, but, try to see if I can get back into doing that as well. So there'll be a lot of random stuff on here. But yeah, peace. Don't worry about getting old. It's not as bad. Yeah, it is. It's bad.